And then I got another situation going on. Our youngest son was home from college for the holidays, and anyway, he's a senior in college, but anyway, he gets home and he starts partying with his high school friends, and New Year's Eve, he's downtown at the banks, bar hopping. And so we get a call from him, about 6 o'clock in the morning. He's got from the banks to the casino. He's been mugged, lost his money, so he got beat up. Though he's not the first one I would try to, mug, because he's my height and 230 pounds, and he's a defensive end in college football. So, but anyway, that sort of started me thinking about, what's going on, maybe intergenerationally in our family, because I went back and sort of thought about situations that I was in when I was the same age. They're saying some of the same stuff had gone on. In the last 4 or 5 years, I just looked in my family's generation, or my generation, and my family and my kids' generation, and I've had, 3 people die. 2 of them were violent deaths, and one he died from, basically liver failure because he spent his life abusing drugs and, refusing to clean his life up. So it sort of convinced me that, this sin is an intergenerational issue, and it, needs to be dealt with. So, I started thinking, I'm probably somewhat culpable for the situation my son's in, because, I haven't really been praying about this and really concerned about it. So, Monday I called to say, can I figure out how to get a weekend in? And nobody answered the phone there. So I said, well, the heck with it, I'm going to be good for all 8 days. I'll worry about the schedule as we go. But, so then when this ministry started, we talked about this father's love concept, and, part of it has to do with the father's responsible for this, for your children and the future generations. And I know here we talk about, our prayers, it's the release for us and our past generations. And one thing that I've been sort of focused on is, we also need to be praying forward for 4 generations of our families, so that whatever this sin is that's coming down to the families is stopped. So that was part of what, convicted me to stay here for the week. And then situation came up with our oldest son. He's about 26 years old, and he's been out of college for a couple of years. He's working, and he's got a serious girlfriend, and they're starting to think about, all right, what's the next step? So I've heard rumors that, well, there's probably something to do with the rain involved, it's coming up. And I say, I really need to get involved more in this situation than just saying, congratulations and things like that. So the other day, I wrote him an email. Part of it had to do with the jewelry aspect, and I'll sort of skip that part because I don't need to be giving a plug for a jeweler. But I said, however, more important, and this is to my son Travis, however, more important than the rings is the foundation of yours and Alan's relationship. I would like both of you to commit to putting God first in your relationship by jointly participating in a Christian-based marriage preparation course. Building a strong Christian foundation together for marriage before you embark on this journey together will richly bless both of you and the Big Now and the Tiffany families for generations to come. I love Allie and want the best for both of you. Hopefully you can find a course in Austin. Right now my son lives in London and working there, but he's trying to come back to the States and go to graduate school. My prayer for him is that he can and she can have this opportunity to spend time together to try to figure out their lives with God in the middle. And that was the title of my email to him was, let's put God in the middle. So
the big thing this week for you was realizing the need for God?
Well, not only that, but realizing how involved we need to be in our families. Not only, sort of obvious that, we need to pray for our kids and our parents and things like that, but there's, God has much more than that waiting for us, and we can't even imagine it or vision it. You know, it's generations and generations that are yet to be born, that are relying on us, you know, to do what God is asking us to do, to make sure that those kids and those families have the life that God has been able to provide for them. So,
Amen. Thank you. Thank you.